Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is weekend, a very special edition of Weeknights
Right.
because we did not record for a couple of days. Well, okay, let's break the fourth wall. We did
We
record on
did.
Thursday and we
Hmm.
had tech issues, and our whole argument, our whole episode is gone. I feel like every time we have a good ass argument, somehow the episode gets fucked up. I don't know why, but this is
Divine
something that's been happening
intervention.
since back in the LHRC days.
Divine intervention. I believe it is. I believe that there is a
Some
higher
old
power
bullshit.
that has decided that certain conversations need to be kept inside the family and not shared outside the
Boo,
family. And
boo,
I think
boo,
because why is it that the first time we ever talked about Diddy, no one has ever heard that
boo.
conversation? Do you remember that?
Yes, we argued for like an hour that day.
We
It was
argued so
crazy.
hard that day. Probably our biggest argument on the pod was that one no one has ever seen or heard. And
I
not
mean,
because
and
we
the
didn't
footage
want
is gone anyway. We
anyone
deleted
to.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's gone.
gone.
It's not even
I
like we
think
could
there's a
say
Kanye argument that never saw the light of day. Like there's
same
just
thing.
really
Same thing.
polarizing topics,
Yep.
honestly.
Yep. So we didn't pod yesterday. I was not feeling up to potting. But so we're here with a makeup episode. And
Yeah. Little Saturday pod.
well, Saturday pod. Don't get used to this, okay, audience, because
No,
you probably never see this again.
absolutely never. I have a
Probably
life.
never see this
I'm
again.
not
Yeah.
potting on
Yeah.
Saturday.
And this is my time with baby girl. She's in the other room,
Yeah,
behaving so I can pod. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, man. We can't be doing Saturday pods. That's
I
we
looked
gotta have
over
a
because
life.
a small piece of me was like, she's gonna be like me and storm in the room right now, but she didn't do it. Because if it was me and somebody was like, he's in the other room behaving, I'd have been like, and you lucky because I don't need to be doing
Right.
this shit.
Yeah, clearly you're the unruly one.
I am the unruly one. That's me.
You're not. She's not the issue.
Yeah, it's me. No, it's
You
me.
are.
What Taylor Swift said. It's me. I'm the problem.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's me. Hi.
that's
I'm
me.
the
Yeah,
problem. It's me.
yep, that's me. All right,
Yeah, I
who am
know the
I?
Taylor Swift lyric. Ow.
Right. Yeah. No, we know you know the Taylor Swift lyrics. Anyway, we should introduce ourselves 5 minutes later. I am JD Nero, aka He Who Pods, aka Rearview Mirror.
AKA the Mad Sith.
Oh, it says skills in the bottom.
Oh,
Mad Sif skills.
that's how you know I know nothing.
Yeah, it says skills in the bottom.
There
But
you
yeah,
go. And I'm Dash, aka Dashing D, aka the real king of R&B. And it's Saturday. And you know what? Cool
but
grandmas
are
go
you the
out
real
on
king of
Saturdays.
R&B today? Because there might be a new king,
No, I'm still the king.
even after
I'm
what
still
we
the king.
witnessed.
I should have put on my shades, honestly. I really should have dressed for the occasion. I did not
Yeah, you
because,
should have been here in like a
Saturday.
leopard coat. You know what I'm saying?
I can go get it.
No, it's okay. We already started. It's too late
I
now.
should.
You can't be like Tyrese and change wardrobe every 5 minutes, okay? We don't got time
I
for
was
that.
I was gonna say I should have worn a turtleneck.
Turtleneck,
Turtleneck.
turtleneck. Whisper it with me now.
Turtleneck.
Ridiculous. All right, let's get to it. You already know we saw Verzuz, okay? And we're here to talk
did.
about it. So let's just get right to it. They gave us a Verzuz on Thursday, whatever day of the month that was, 20 something. I don't know. Oh, today's
I
the
was shaking
28th.
my
So it was
tail
like
feather.
it was
It
like
was
the
Thursday.
25th or the 26th of March. Some
26th.
shit. Listen, whatever. There was a Verzuz between Tank and the audience. I mean, Tank and Tyrese.
Turtleneck.
Between Tank and a turtleneck.
Yeah.
All right. Let's not let me calm down. Let's be serious for just a moment.
Because you clearly have opinions. And while we're talking about your opinions, I would just like to say I was
Yo, they big
saying
man.
to
They are big men.
I was saying to somebody just the other day, I said, so we don't talk too much about like our day to day, right? But
Mhm.
I said, listen, my co-host goes to sleep. I said this to somebody a few days ago. I said, it's a weird thing with this podcast because my co-host goes to sleep, and then all day
You the one getting the
people are talking
notifications.
to him.
Yeah.
Like, people are talking to
Oh
us,
my
but
god.
they are very clearly talking
Oh
to
man.
you.
Yep. In this time, yeah.
And I am awake
Yep.
and
This most recent one,
navigating
they
through my
definitely talking to
day.
me.
And then I go online. I'm so oblivious because I'm working and doing whatever it is I have to do, dealing with my responsibilities, as Tommy Pickles would
Tommy,
say.
that's right. Tommy
And
Pickles.
and I get online. I'm like, oh, let me check the socials. Let me see what's going on. And they are talking. They are yelling at us. They are high fiving us. They are doing all of the things, and I'm like, whoa, 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 what has happened here?
That's why we put out clips.
Yes, but I think it's really funny because I'm like, okay, well, my co-host is asleep. I'm just going to sit here and wait
That's it.
until he is available again, so that we
Right.
can
We can figure out how to
react or
respond.
respond or whatever this is. Because y'all know me, I get a little spicy. So if you come in our comments and talk
Yeah.
crazy, I'm gonna talk crazy right back to you.
Yeah.
Either that, or I'm gonna delete whatever you said.
Yeah.
Um,
Dash me. Y'all don't even know. Dash me ready to like fight y'all.
yeah.
You know what
Anybody
I'm
who's
saying?
talking crazy to you in the comments, it's
For
me.
you.
It's me.
No,
No,
I
I
said
mean
for
talking.
you.
No, I mean I'm telling people out there. Anybody talking crazy to you in the comments, it's me.
Oh,
It's
I see
me
what you're saying. I see
under the
what you're saying.
Weeknights name. I try not to though. Most of the time, I respond from my name just because I want people to know it's me.
That's what I've been doing a lot lately. Before I used to
Mm-hmm.
put a response via the Weeknights account and then put signed JD. So they knew.
Yeah.
But now I just be, let them look at my socials. I don't care. Go ahead. Go peruse.
And I also don't want you to get. I don't want people to think it's you when I'm flying off the handle. I want to
That's
own
why I used
that.
to sign JD. Because I'm like, I don't want Dash to catch this smoke. Because I done told a
Yeah.
couple niggas to shove it where the sun don't shine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So sometimes you have to do that. But I just, if y'all haven't seen his Jay-Z posts, go check that out.
I got I
And we
got
can
one more
move.
coming.
Okay. Well, they're ready for it. So
Yeah. Well, anyway,
anyway.
yeah, let me be calm while we talk about verses.
Mm-hmm.
At least for now. So Tank
Yeah.
battled had a versus with Tyrese, and of course it
Mm-hmm.
was via Apple and Complex. This is not an ad; they didn't pay us. We're just giving the
No. That's.
information.
I mean, that's where it lives now. So it
Yeah,
is
this
what it is.
iteration of verses is there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I did not watch this live. I'm gonna be very honest.
I didn't either. I watched it right
I
before I
watched.
sat down here.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it today.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've watched it over the last couple of hours because this was lengthy, and that's the first thing I'd like to say.
It was
Uh,
almost 2 hours.
yeah, but I'm not mad because you know it's supposed to be 20 records. I don't know how many records this was, and we'll get to that in a minute. But it's supposed to be 20 records. That's the norm, and so that takes time. And
Yeah.
time was brought up a lot during these verses.
Yes.
Um, so I'm not mad at the fact that it's long, but it was long. And
Yeah.
so I did not watch it live, and I'm glad I didn't because for me, it would have been when I was on my way to work, and I would have missed a bunch of stuff. So I'm glad I got
Mm-hmm.
to find the live stream and watch it in its entirety, um,
Yeah.
without having to worry about missing stuff. Now, I did skip through the beginning and end interviews and talking points. I don't
I
give a
want to
fuck
see any of
about
that.
any of that, so I skipped right through that stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Um, what do you think?
Well, I first want to say that. Let me pull out my podcast mic real quick. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome because if you remember correctly, excuse me, allergies. If you remember correctly, I sat right here when Complex asked us who did we want to do Verzuz next.
Yep. For
And they,
Valentine's Day.
for Valentine's Day, even though it didn't end up being for Valentine's Day, but they asked us, who do we want? Which matchup do we want? And I sat right here in this spot and I went through all of the options and I said the best option was Tyrese versus Tank.
Yep.
And
And
I
you said
stand
something
by
else
that
too.
today.
And you also said it's gonna be if I don't think it'll happen, but it'll be really entertaining, even though Tank would clearly win.
I said that. I
And
said that. And here we are. Also, I want to say,
she was right.
oh, go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah.
But I do want to say, this is the version of Tyrese I always want. I don't want whatever we be getting on Instagram or wherever else, Twitter or whatever. I don't like that version of Tyrese where he's crying and acting a fool on the internet. But I love this version of Tyrese.
It was the same Tyrese, just turned down.
No, when I say this version of Tyrese, I mean when he's like in his entertainment bag. I don't care nothing about him crying about his girl on the internet. I don't.
Okay.
And acting crazy, looking for Mary J. Blige and all kinds of crap like that. I like when it's about the music, it's about entertaining people. I like that version of him. I think that's the best version of him.
Yeah, he definitely brought
he's with his friend
with him.
Yes, he's with his friend on stage. They're having a good time. I was really entertained by this because they're two clowns.
Yep.
I told y'all I'm going through it today, so please bear with me. But two clowns on stage. They were having a good time, ribbing on each other and just, doing what they do. Brought out a lot of people on stage. I was actually really surprised by that.
Well, one person brought a lot of people on stage.
True. Tank brought out a lot of people. Tyrese brought out Chingy.
Yeah, but that's it.
He didn't bring out anybody else?
I don't think so.
Nobody else was for him? And I guess Trey was for both of them. He was mostly for Tank, but Trey Songz was mostly for Tank, but he was there for, I feel like he's the R&B dudes and the ones who like each other are kind of wrapped up in it with each other.
But he didn't perform with Tyrese.
Well, towards the end, they all were performing together, weren't they? It wasn't a Tyrese song, but they were all singing together. The three of them.
Like 2 seconds, yeah. I thought you were saying he did an entire song with Tyrese. No.
No.
Got it.
That's not what I mean. I just mean, I think that it wasn't like a your side, my side thing once Trey Songz came out. I think it was like, we all cool and, we having a good time. I guess. I know Tyrese was saying, oh, y'all took too long. Y'all took, he said that about Jamie Foxx. And then when Trey Songz came out, it seemed like it was more, I'm going to just get in on this and, hang out with y'all sort of thing. I don't know.
Well, actually, that's exactly what happened. Hank did a live phone call on another platform, and he was asked about Trey Songz, and he said that Trey Songz was not planned. He was talking with Tyrese. Yep, he said he was talking with Trey Songz before, and Trey Songz was like, "Yo, send me the playlist." He said, "I cannot send you the playlist, but if you were here, I would definitely do something with you." And Trey Songz said, "All right, I'm on my way."
Yeah.
And he said he thought it was a joke. And next thing you knew, somebody was telling him Trey Songz is backstage.
You think Trey Songz is trying to get back on?
No. I think Trey Songz was excited about the moment this was going to be, and he didn't want to miss out. As an artist, I've seen both sides of this. I have been the person who I'm like, man, I really would love to be part of this moment. And I've also been the person who's just there and other people are trying to involve themselves in your moment.
I mean, I see that. I
You
guess
know, Offset didn't propose to me while I was having my moment. So I just don't want to confuse anybody. I know they say some of us look alike, but Offset didn't propose to me when I was on stage.
I don't know how we got there. So I don't know. I kind of got the sense that, like, not in a lecherous kind of way. That's probably not the right word to even use here. Not in a shady kind of way, right? But I kind of feel like I know Trey Songz has been performing. Don't get me wrong, he tours, but he's not that guy anymore, you know. And I kind of wondered, and ever since he's had all of that legal trouble, he's not been that guy.
I think it's hard to do it with the legal trouble.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm just wondering if, we've talked about other artists, and other artists in particular, R&B artists who, they kind of like put themselves in certain positions to kind of, like fall back on our radar. And again, I'm not saying I don't believe that this was just opportunistic. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that. I believe that they're all cool and he really did want to be a part of it, and you know, but
But
at the
that is
same time,
opportunistic.
huh?
That is opportunistic.
I guess so. I guess I just mean it. I don't see it as a shady type of
There's
transactional thing. I'm trying to
there's two
acknowledge the
different
fact
type
that
of
they're friends.
opportunists.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, there's a good one and a bad one.
And
He was being
right,
it looks like he was being the good one.
right, and that's what I'm saying. I think it benefited him to be there, but I think he genuinely wanted to be there. I think that's the best way to say it.
Yeah.
And I
But
just asked that question because we know that Trey Songz is super talented. I don't think there's any denying that, and I think that Trey Songz had a great run, but I also think that we don't really see him much these days.
I agree with that.
So
And that
yeah,
I don't think that performance helped.
no, and I think showing up in your sweatsuit and then being like, that's why I say I could tell that it wasn't planned, because he even said, "Oh, I wish I could have had on a better outfit." Well, Trey, yeah, I don't know if I would have come out on stage if I was him in the
Apparently, he
position
just got off a flight
a
and came
flight. Yeah,
to
if
yeah.
I'm in the position I'm in, and honestly, R&B niggas do whatever they want, but if I'm the position,
If you didn't know that, this versus 100%
they
taught you
do
that.
whatever they want, and honestly, they get away with a lot that rap
So
dudes can't. Like, people would scold them, people would say this.
I could never do 10 minutes of Jamie motherfucking Foxx. I could never go up there and say for
No,
10 minutes JD motherfucking Nero. Everybody
no.
say it with me now. JD motherfucker. After the third one, they would pull me physically off the stage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, okay, let's go back a little bit because we've kind of rushed forward to the end, honestly. But what did you think of the verses overall?
It was not a good matchup. Can they both really sing? Yes. Are they both great R&B acts? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But this was not a good matchup stylistically. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I think, and I've said this before, I think anytime you go up against someone who has written hits for other people, you're gonna have a hard time beating them. Because not only can they do their bangers, but the versus rules allow them to do the bangers they wrote or participated on or produced, whatever. It's anything that you had a hand in. And so
I got his hand in everything.
Tank got a tank. You know what I'm saying? And Tyrese doesn't. And so that's a bad matchup. as well. That's another reason why this is a bad matchup, right?
They were
Because
not equally yoked. They were not.
yeah,
Yeah.
and a lot, and that's not a slight to Tyrese. A lot of
No.
niggas are not going to be able to stand up there and go in their written bag the way that Tank can. Tank has a laundry list of records that he has had a hand in. It's almost like somebody battling Jermaine Dupri, which was one of the problems with Jermaine Dupri and Diddy when it was supposed to happen. It's like Jermaine Dupri has had a hand in so many things that it's like, yo, dog, we're going to be here. We have to do 3 verses. We're going to have to do 60 records.
Jermaine Dupri could battle anybody.
Right, but that's the problem, though, because...
That's the point.
Because the question is, who can equally be matched against Jermaine Dupri?
Right, but no, I'm saying that to affirm what you're saying, in that he could battle in hip hop, he could battle in R&B, he could battle in, you know what I mean? Like he has writing, his catalog allows him to battle with anybody. I'm not saying he should. Yeah. I'm just saying that's what his catalog looks like.
So that's some of the challenges, right? Like you're gonna have a challenge unless it's another person who's in that same kind of lane, right? Like everyone feels what they feel about Teddy Riley and Babyface, but they both had legendary catalogs that they had hands in. Like one played a Michael Jackson record, another one played a Michael Jackson record. One played a Whitney record or a Mariah record. The other one was like, they are able to go toe for toe. Now, people have very strong feelings about who won and lost. That's fine. But my point is, at least they both have that capability. When Tank has that capability and you don't, it becomes a challenge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if they start saying like, oh, you know, this person could use their viral Instagram moments, I'm going to have problems going against that person as just a rapper. You know what I mean? Like, this like, I can't go battle Drewski. You know what I mean? Like, if all I got is my raps, you know, the Remedy is hot. People like the Remedy, but this nigga got viral skit after viral skit after viral skit. What we gonna do? I can't beat that. Not with just my raps. And so that's kind of what I'm saying. So for a few reasons, this was not. What'd you say?
I said no, I get it, and that definitely makes sense.
Yeah, I think so. For a few reasons, I think this wasn't a good matchup. And Tyrese knew it too, because apparently he did an interview beforehand where he says that this is not a good matchup.
Really?
Yeah, I'll play it for you after. But another platform had it and played it. And so apparently he did an interview saying that this is not a good matchup. He, for a while, has said he did not want to battle Tank. He feels that Tank needs to go up against somebody who can hit that falsetto range and has those similar type of records. And he went down a list of people who could be possible battles. And he said he's got more of a raspy voice. He should be battling people with that kind of voice. I think it's less about voice and the range of your voice and more about the records you make, because even R&B, they don't make the same type of R&B songs necessarily. Some, sure, but not their bread and butter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I didn't think this was a good matchup, but I was excited to see what was going to come of it.
Yeah, the matchup happened because they're boys. I think that's... Yeah. I think this doesn't happen if they're not friends.
Right. It's kind of like Fat Joe and Ja Rule. That's what it made me think about.
What was that?
I said it made me think about Fat Joe and Ja Rule.
Yeah.
They should not have battled. But Fat Joe, I don't know if you want to believe this or not, but Fat Joe said nobody wanted to battle Ja Rule, and he thought Ja Rule deserved the verses.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do not believe anything Fat Joe says. I do not believe anything Fat Joe says. One more time for the people in the back. I do not believe anything that comes out of Fat Joe's mouth. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, you guys can believe whatever it is you want to believe. Freshly baked twice.
Anyway. He says that he did it because Ja Rule's his boy. He thought Ja Rule deserved to be on that big stage. And Ja Rule said, yeah, same. Like, I felt like, that's my man. Let's do it. very different styles. Really, no reason they should have battled. So, yeah, sometimes your friends are gonna battle, and it's gonna be an ass whipping.
It's just it's more for entertainment and fun.
Yeah,
And they gave us that with this, for sure. I was entertained. I think they're two clowns, but I was entertained. Sometimes you just need some funny shit to watch.
I was really confused at some of the things Tyrese didn't do. Um,
Like,
he has this bomb ass album that he just put out. He didn't do any of those records, and that type of stuff, that kind of feel of R&B, it could have went up against some of those Tank records. I'm not saying they would have won or lost, but it could have competed probably with some of those. Also,
yes, no. We're talking about verses here, so I think that changes the conversation, and I think they know that, and I think they know that their hits are the
but Tyrese
songs
wasn't
that
doing hits, and Tyrese don't got 20 hits. So, I
I feel
mean,
like Tyrese was doing, for the most part, he was doing his hits. He did like a
Tyrese,
couple cuts that he was like, people always want me to perform this,
right,
and I was like,
and
oh, those are the album cuts.
those five, he could have put in some of the newer records if that's the case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's my opinion. I'm not saying this is a fact. This is my opinion. Also, I don't know why he was cheating himself out of his hits. He kept doing like he was not doing the full song of his hit records. That made no sense to me. Why would you not? If you got 4 minutes, do the full 4 minutes. Why are you doing a hook and a verse and then going into something totally different?
he also, I don't know if something was going on with his voice. He did acknowledge that he wasn't hitting his notes in the beginning.
Yes.
He
And
says it later.
Tyrese sounded bad the first half of this.
Yeah, he did.
And that's part of why you didn't win, Tyrese.
Also, that's why sometimes niggas need to be a little bit more humble. You know why? Because he came out with that tea. Now, most of the time,
Should have been drinking that tea.
most of the time when somebody come out with the tea, we like, oh, we about to get them notes, okay? He's been prepared. He is hydrated. His vocal cords are soothed. We are good. But this, Tyrese,
Yeah,
why are you doing that tea if you know you only started drinking tea this morning? Like, what are
this
you
morning,
doing?
that was his first tea of the day.
That was his first tea of the day. I was just like, sir, what was all that tea business for? But he acknowledged it. He said it later on. He was like, I'm trying to kill it now. Because I wasn't
but you know, when you start playing at halftime, it's usually over.
It's really hard when you're not,
Yeah.
when you're not Kobe or the likes of him.
Yeah.
To start playing.
It's usually
a
a wrap.
Playing well at halftime, most people can't catch up.
And the other thing is, if you start playing well at halftime, it usually is also like if you're gonna win, it's usually also dependent on is that other person or team starting to not play so well, and that's not what happened. Tank was cruising and was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm still right here, right where I want to be. I'm good."
This is the first verses I've seen where where whoever it was like, I'm not even gonna sing this song. I'm gonna have one of the background singers sing the song.
Yeah.
And that tickled me because I was like, all right, first of all, I'm so glad this lady's getting her shine because why not? But also, Tank didn't even have to do anything. He just was like encouraging her, letting her know you got it, girl, do it. Yeah. And I again, that speaks to his long songwriting catalog for sure. So
yeah. Now I thought about you when I was watching this because I said, man, I almost wanted to tell her don't watch this, but then I don't know how we would have done this pod, so I fought the urge but I know that they were both driving you absolutely crazy because they kept telling the audience to sing their records. And I know
Yeah,
you absolutely hate that shit.
I hated that.
So go ahead, talk about it.
I hated that. The two things I hated was that and the fact that Tank didn't do and he never does the one song that I always want him to do, which is "Please Don't Go." But I just I don't know, something about the way he sounds on that song always gets me. But yeah, I didn't like. I get it. No, I don't get it. So Versus has changed, and I understand that Versus has changed over the years. It is not what it began
Right?
as. So I understand that there's an audience now, and they have to hype up the audience and liven them up, and I respect that. But I also feel like, did you come here to play, or did you come here to sing? And it's frustrating to me because no, I don't want. First of all, Tank, if you forgot the song, don't do the song
Oh,
because that was
I don't think you
no.
forgot any song.
No, one of the first songs. It wasn't one of. I shouldn't say one of the first songs. One of the songs. It was. Was it Pleasure P under? He said he don't remember. He said he was gonna do the song, and then he brought dude out to sing it with him, and then said he didn't remember the words. Then, then why did you make it a point to do this song that couldn't be done because the person couldn't get there? I didn't
Thank
understand
you.
that, and then had the audience sing it.
Yeah, you're
That
right.
upset me.
I understand that. I think that the reason that happened is because you heard him say it throughout. It seemed like he had a lot more people who were supposed to come and didn't show. And my assumption, well, I don't have to assume. He said it on the phone call. He said there were a lot of people who either couldn't come because of the airport situation or who just backed out the day of or the day before or 2 days before, and they had been rehearsing that set so much that he didn't want to change the set.
Okay, and I get that. I hate the audience singing the songs for them, especially for something like this. Especially for something where Tank really didn't have to sing all of the songs himself. Is the audience participation isn't necessary. That's not what people came for.
Right.
I just it annoys me so much. It annoys me in a regular concert when it's just one artist and they don't want to sing their songs. They want you to sing it for them. What are I don't know if anybody paid to be there, maybe not, but what are people paying Apple Music for? Y'all with subscriptions. I had to pay. I did not. But you did. And you deserve better.
Yeah.
You deserve better. And that's why I won't pay. Really.
I feel that. I think Tank did a phenomenal job. Some of his guests I didn't care for.
Like
Dude who came out on the Pleasure P song.
oh the what is his name? No,
I
that was
don't
the
know.
other guy.
I don't know, but he didn't sound good. And
He
Trey Songz the first half didn't sound good. And Latoya, by the way, Latoya looked phenomenal. I was like, okay, Latoya, okay, girl.
I mean, yeah,
Hey, girl.
she's looked good for years.
Hey, girl, what's going on? I
You
can't tell
haven't
you when the
seen her in a
last time
long
I
time.
seen. I got about
Okay.
to say, I
I'm
can't tell
like,
you.
looks like it been that girl.
The last time I saw her might have been torn between the two, and I really don't want to be with you. You know, it might have been.
Oh no, she's on a second marriage by now.
Oh man, I was like, hey, girl. I had to press the
Yeah, I mean,
15-second rewind a couple times. I said, oh, okay, what's up, girl? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But she sounded good. I was thinking about all the guests, and that's what made me say that. Jamie Foxx sound good, but I have to be very honest. Number one, I don't know why he came out with this.
Going. Now you're gonna be thinking about touring in between the two.
Why did Jamie Foxx come out with this?
I love me some.
What the fuck was this? This is the artwork, by the way.
Can you
What was
can you
this?
put that if you want me to continue this podcast, please put that down.
Why did he do this though?
Now I see how you feel when I pick up the mic.
Oh, you have no idea. You pick up the mic
Not
like
like we
four.
have to move on.
Yeah. Jamie Foxx came out with a hat that was like a flying saucer mixed
It
with a
was
safari hat.
yeah.
It was what?
Remember when Pharrell released Happy around that time? He used to wear those hats.
Yeah, and he need to give that hat back to Pharrell. Okay, that's number one. Number two, that Jamie motherfucking Foxx singing went on for way too long. And number
Tyrese
three,
said as much.
well, Tyrese is being a jerk because they were on him about time. So he
Yeah.
was he was just flipping the script. But
Mm-hmm.
the last thing I want to say is I really am a Jamie Foxx fan. For those who don't know, I own Jamie Foxx movies. I've seen the entire Jamie Foxx show more than once, like the whole show. I think he's great. A multi-talented, multi-hyphenated, great dude. Great comedian. I own one of the DVD specials. DVD. Y'all hear that? DVD. It's old shit. But I don't want to hear Jamie Foxx for the rest of our lives and for the rest of his life. Every time he grabs a microphone, say, this is my second chance, y'all. They gave me a second chance. I almost, it was almost over for me. It was almost over for me, but the Lord said that it wasn't time yet.
You
I
never
don't
had
know
a
if you
near-death
heard.
experience?
I don't know if you
never
heard,
had an experience?
but it's almost over. I was gonna go, y'all. We know, Jamie. Jamie, we know.
Near-death experiences
We
change
know.
people.
We were there. We were scared. We were
We were
praying
not
for you.
there.
We were there. We took the
We were
ride
busy
with
trying
you,
to figure out if he
Jamie.
was a clone of himself.
No, y'all was trying to figure out if he was a
I
clone.
wasn't trying to figure that out. You know
Okay.
that. Don't put that on me,
Fucking
Ricky
bozos
Bobby.
talking about yeah, see, that's a clone. That ain't Jamie Foxx. Yo,
And
listen.
now they think Jim Carrey is a clone.
Well, that's another conversation. Anyway, I don't want to.
And
I
is Walt
truly
Disney still
love.
frozen? Okay, sorry.
I truly love Jamie Foxx, but I don't want to hear every time I see you for the rest of our lives that, yo, you almost died. You got a second chance. All right, Jamie. We know. We got it.
I mean,
You did an entire not funny comedy special about it. We know.
he had a near-death experience, and it wasn't that long ago. And I think that people have to get through their stuff, and it's clear that he is still,
And why you put
getting
Tank's
through that.
business out there?
What do you mean?
He said, hey, after he gave his I'm still here speech,
Oh, yeah.
he said, yeah, and a couple of years ago, Tank told me he wanted to quit music. Hey, Jamie, shut the fuck up. That wasn't, why are you telling Tank's business like that, dog?
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, Tank at the end of that speech, Tank looked like he wasn't sure if he was supposed to say thank you or not.
Tank was looking like, hey, dog, I told you that in confidence. You know what I'm saying? We were sipping on whiskey, and I was sharing something with my dog.
That's why sometimes it's not good to go to work with your friends.
That's true. Or sip whiskey with your friends.
Oh, right, because
who you work with.
Drugs and alcohol were absolutely involved that night. Had to be.
That's why Jamie got a second chance.
Yeah. Yes and yes.
Yeah. Anyway, I just could have did without some of those guests or shortened their time. He gave them a lot of room to do their thing. Everybody's their thing wasn't good. Like I respect that LaToya came, killed it, and walked right off the stage. She ain't even say. She just like, this was great. Okay, thanks. Gotta go. Bye.
He had to get home.
Right. She's like, I got shit to do. I just did this favor for Tank. I'm out.
Right.
So yeah.
Well, yeah, I like I said, I was entertained, but yeah, I don't feel like it was balanced.
No.
I feel like it was fun and games mostly, honestly. And
I think it was more games than fun.
Cool. But I'm okay with that.
Because I think Tank meant business. I think Tank went up there
Yeah,
with a
same type of
very
series.
clear agenda of I'm gonna show these niggas.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think they both brought their egos on the stage, and I think, that that kind of guided how things went in a sense, because there was a lot of banter about how much time they were spending on their records, and you know then when a guest was brought out, it was a whole conversation about that. And I get it. Again, they're boys, so it's a weird thing for us as viewers, because we're now watching them like in real time, be at work and be friends. Like I said, so it's a different experience. And while I appreciated the entertainment value of that, yeah, um it's not exactly the version of Versus that I want. And to be honest, I don't think Versus will ever again be the version of Versus that I liked. I'm
No.
not even saying without an audience or anything like that. I just feel like there's no, it's almost like they don't take it seriously.
Yeah.
Like the people who are actually invited to do it. And there's a line, right? There's a fine line, because I don't want it to be super serious when they go up there either. I don't want them to just be straight laced and okay, it's we're at 1 second left and I'm done and I don't have any personality and I'm just singing a song and waiting for you to sing yours. I don't think it needs to be robotic like that, but I do think that Versus today seems to lack structure. And it's just kind of a free for all, and it's just like niggas getting paid to have fun on stage.
Which
That's
is cool, but I think as a person who makes music, it sounds cool to be able to do something like that.
yeah.
But I think, yeah, there does need to be a little more structure to it. And I think
Agree.
we need to consider these matchups a bit more, which we've been saying up here for a while.
Yeah.
Because I think that when you have these matchups that are so lopsided, it makes it hard as a viewer to really enjoy it, because it's almost like, ooh, that's what you're playing next? Damn. All right. So,
Yeah. And what I wanted them to do too, they have music together. I
well,
wanted
they
them
did
to
one.
do they did one. I wanted them to do more of that. I wanted to see Genuine.
Well, they addressed that.
Kind of
And Tyrese teased a new album, a new TGT album.
TGT album. Yeah, I wanted to see TGT. I thought that we were gonna get more TGT, like real, like the three of them up
Right.
there. Um, yeah, there's a lot of directions it could have gone in. It was fine. Like again, I'm not mad I watched it, but also when things are called verses, I don't know. I have a certain expectation, and
I've given that part up because it's all over the
yeah,
place.
I think that's why I just don't like verses anymore. Typically, I don't
I
watch
can
them.
understand.
So, and that's okay. I
Yeah.
know that there's still an audience for it. People are still
Uh-huh.
watching it. People are still entertained by it. I mean, Apple and Complex have gotten involved, so that's great for Swizz and Timbaland and everything that they've tried to do with the
Right.
Versus brand. I'm not mad in any way. I just still feel like even the last time you and I talked about Versus, I was like, I don't know if Versus is for me anymore, and I still feel that way. Although I'm grateful to have seen Tyrese and Tank get up on stage together and clown around and what I am. Because that was my pick.
Right. It sure
They were
was.
who I wanted. So
Yep.
I'm glad that I saw it. Um I also think different artists would have given us something different. So like they wanted Ella, they threw out Ella May and her. I think they would have taken it a lot more seriously. I think that matchup would have been a more interesting in the sense that it would have felt more traditional, like song for song type of thing. Less
Well,
clown.
the only problem is her got that writing bag.
I understand that. I'm
And
not
and the
saying,
other thing is, her gonna get up there and bust out the guitar and be like,
well, yes. Yes,
"Clearly,
I'm
I
not
can't play
saying. I'm
guitar."
listen. I'm not saying who. I'm not trying to say both of them have a shot. I know I don't want to say it like that. I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to dictate who would win that. I'm just saying I think it would be a different experience than what we got with this. That's all. That's
Gotcha.
fine.
So no more versus thoughts, right?
No, no. I think we covered it all. Um, what about Ching? What you think
I
about
was
Chingy
happy to
being
see
there?
Chingy. He did good.
I was happy to see Chingy too.
Like, oh, look at Chingaling. You know what I'm saying?
It's the Chingaling.
Chingaling. He called himself that. I'm not joking.
He did call himself
He said, "I can't
Chingaling.
help it if Chingaling be attracting all the girls."
No man should ever call himself Chingaling.
Well, that was about 20 years ago, maybe more. So far too late now. But
I wonder if he still goes by Chingaling.
he never really did. It's like Big Ellie.
They call me Big Ellie.
We never did.
We
They never
never
did.
did.
They still don't.
We never did. We love you, LL, but we never called you Big Ellie ever
Nobody
in your
did.
life. In your
Nobody did.
life.
Nobody.
And you will forever be the GOAT, but you will never be Big Ellie.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chingy came out. He did his thing. He did mess up on like one small part, but so did Tyrese, who was supposed to be doing backup vocals. He didn't, and ad libs. He didn't, and then we couldn't really sing the hook at that moment. So there was a lot of shit going on. But it was just nice to see Chingy. That was a cool surprise.
I mean, as a gal who's getting up there in age, okay? These songs are old. And I say that to say these people have had these songs in the tuck for a really, really, really long time. I understand why they forget. I get
Well,
it.
sure, but when
I
you know a
get
show
it.
is coming, you rehearse.
No, I agree with you. I'm not saying I'm not ignoring that fact. I agree with you. But at the same time, when you put it into perspective, when we first heard these songs,
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
no, they're
yeah,
old.
these
I
songs
told
are
you, I'm not
old.
disagreeing with that at all.
Yeah.
I'm just
So,
saying this is what rehearsal is for.
oh yeah, I mean, yes, and drinking your tea a week prior, or whatever it
Correct.
is, whatever the rule is.
That throat coat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yep, that
Yeah.
would be that was not sponsored, by the way.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
you know, but if y'all want to give us a tea sponsorship, I'll drink tea. I'll sip the tea. Anyway, we gotta go. So
Ladies and
somebody
gentlemen,
gotta
this
close
has
this
been
out. Oh. Saturday, come on. Oh wait, let me get. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here.
this has
Thank you
been
so
Weekend.
much. This has been Weekends, and
Goodbye.
we'll see you on Monday,
Maybe, hopefully,
God willing.
if Jamie Foxx lets us, you know.
Yes.
Bye.